this clash here on Tobacco Road. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. We'll put total leather and we'll get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, the ground game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
Gives it on the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Now on first down from the 30. Looking for space, it's Holmes.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Robinson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When the football is thrown accurately, where I can catch it and be a runner after the catch, it makes all the difference in the world. I can keep that speed up. Now I can break tackles like you see here and go make big plays for my offense.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback will keep it. the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Florida State. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Down close to the goal line. Great job by the tight end on his route for that touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Creates a little room. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They go to the ground. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Give to the running back. Cutting it off. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Hand off from the shotgun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air on first down. Buying some time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Bailey. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense headed to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, NC State.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Handoff to the single back. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Motion from the back. Looking for a gap. It's Scott. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. That brings them to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Ripping through the defense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
He breaks a tackle. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it in the middle. It's McCoy. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run.
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for these DBs to try to match up with this guy one-on-one in the back end. He's just too big, and he's just able to run the corner out-muscle everybody for the football, and haul in the catch.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and fires complete.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Nestled just inside that right upright. The lead is down to a field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Throwing right. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can lead. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat. At the 40, there he goes. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced than a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
To the air, it's Castellanos. The short hands, it's Robinson. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
The Noles trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. And he tries to wedge his way into the end zone, but the defense stands tall. No, they didn't. They got low and stopped him from making it in. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Bailey. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds his man, it's Jackson. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. Motion from the wideout. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's a hit. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. It's Rodgers. Powers through. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the 3rd quarter. Fielded in the end zone. It's Blackwell. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they've taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We've got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Like, can you help us out and put some points on the board?
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get it.
Smacks it with the stiff arm. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
On the move at the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Holmes. Makes a man miss. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Noles! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. He leaves it with his back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. On the run, it's Scott. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
He put some heat on that one down the middle. Intercepted. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. Second interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? You know, look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the secondary making plays. This man might have made himself some money at the next level.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Pittman. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Looking down the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Connection to the right. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Seminoles are marching down the field. Trying to run, it's holds. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. no shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Headed to the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Got it behind the line. It's Smothers. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Rifles it down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down.
And the offense gets pretty lucky there. Third down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick six.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up the first down, still moving. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense, understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a pass.
Now facing a third and long. To throw, it's Castellanos. Got it in the middle, it's White. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, and those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the...
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Tight end now in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. He splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Racing down the left side. Touchdown Seminoles. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. He's got him this time. Still running at the 40. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him. And they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here, Will.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. all kinds of room to throw that one in there. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Oh, they're after him. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Fires to the right. And it's his fourth interception of the game.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's into the open down the middle. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The stress that a guy who can run that fast puts on a defense, even if it's a pass play, he has them on edge all the time.
Oh, the D coordinator. This guy gives them nightmares every night leading up to this game, because if you don't have people accounting for him and your eyes go to the wrong place or someone's out of position, that dude is gone.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man, when you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
Trying to impose their will with the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10.
White 53. White 53.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Line gets set, first down. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it, they're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.